Hi, we're at the Amaran booth where Aputure just dropped two new Amaran C lights. Check them out.
DIY Photography's coverage of NAB 2023 is sponsored by Sennheiser, Zhiyun, Small Rig, and B&H.
Hi, I'm Aputure at NAB 2023, and I'm here at the Aputure booth with Brandon Lee, Senior Product Marketing Manager. Brandon, it's great to see you. You just dropped two new lights. Tell me a little bit more about them.
Yes, so here we have behind me the Amaran 150C and 300C. If you remember last year at NAB 2022, we debuted for the first time the LS600C Pro. So this was our most advanced aperture light to date, our most advanced light storm light to date, 600 watts of RGBWW point source output with a Bowens mount, CRMX, weatherproofing, all the bells and whistles, battery charging, everything that you could possibly need in a single light, but it was also $2,500 and outside of a lot of people's price points, especially for the indie filmmakers and content creators that were starting up, indie photographers who were starting up and trying to get into the space, trying to figure out what light is their first light to get, and also what light is the first light to get with color capabilities. I want the color of the 600C Pro, but I don't want to have to pay that much because personally I don't need all those bells and whistles. That's what the feedback we were getting was. So here we have behind us the 150C and the Amaran 300C. These are also RGBWW point source Bowens mount LED fixtures. I know that's a lot of adjectives, but that's because these lights can do so much inside their simple form factor. So the 150C is a 150 watt output and the 300C is a 300 watt output full color fixture.
Is that both for white light and RGB light, the wattage?
Yes, that wattage is throughout the entire fixture. So that's the max amount of wattage that they can output in either color system. And you can switch between them super easily. I can see right here, I'm switching between HSI and CCC just with the click of a button because we wanted to focus on, for the 150C and 300C, a very simple user interface and a very simple user experience overall. Everything on this table right here is designed to make our users' life as simple as possible and get out of their way so they can get the shot. These guys can switch between 2500 Kelvin to 7500 Kelvin, as well as green magenta shift control as well. So that's what you get from the RGBWW chipset. It's not just HSI color control. It's fun. I can switch between all these colors and adjust the saturation and whatnot. But at the end of the day, if I'm shooting a white light a lot too, as a content creator, as an indie filmmaker, I have the ability to tune in my green magenta. So if I'm shooting underneath fluorescence, if I'm shooting underneath bad light, sodium vapor light or whatnot, I can change the green magenta of my light so I can match everything, and then I can adjust that on post, or at least so that they match on camera.
Oh my God, that was a lot.
Yes, that was a lot of information.
And I'm seeing that you changed the form factor a little bit, so can you explain why is the change coming?
Yeah, for sure. We changed the form factor a little bit for two reasons. One, we made them slightly bigger than the Amaran 100DS and 200XS, for example, because one, the 300 has more power, and so it needs a larger heatsink and a larger fan. But in turn, because we're able to use a larger heatsink and larger fan, we're able to spin that fan more slowly, so we can still generate that silent active cooling and give you excellent noise performance on the 150C and 300C. Additionally, we have them available in the standard gray colorway, but we've also been experimenting, as you may have seen with some of our friends online in our commercial, a pure white colorway and a matte black colorway, as well as potentially some other future colorways, so we can experiment and see what our colors want out of our lights. Amaran gray is going to be the standard, but if there's enough demand, we can release a limited edition pure white version. We can release other colors in limited editions because we want people to be able to express their personality with the first point source color light of Amaran.
Control-wise, what do I have here? So I saw you were tickling out with the controls on the back. Will this work with the Sidus link?
Yeah, so in addition to the controls on the back of the fixture, and again, that's one of the main features of this light is the fact that everything's built into one unit. You can control everything super seamlessly. You can, of course, hit Bluetooth reset and then connect it directly to Sidus link. In fact, the entire booth that we have this year is being run on Sidus link. There's no DMX in sight. So Sidus link can operate everything from the Nova P600C to the LS600C Pro down to the Amaran 300C and 150C, all from the same smartphone or tablet app.
Do you know how many fixtures you have connected right now to Sidus link?
Connected to Sidus link right now, we have I would say over 50 fixtures, definitely. Yeah, definitely over 50 fixtures already, just what I can see in my eye line.
And while we're on Sidus link, I know everybody wants to know, I know it doesn't have DMX inside, but will this work within the wireless DMX that you're bringing into Sidus link?
Yes, for everyone who wants to know about Sidus DMX, I can't share too many details of it right now, but I will say that there will be updates soon. But in the meantime, yes, any Sidus Link compatible light will be compatible with Sidus DMX, as that app is compatible with Sidus Link fixtures and is able to transmit to a wireless DMX transmitter.
Those look like an amazing set of lights. Where can I get my hands on them, and when, and what is the price?
Yeah, so you can order them online at shop.aputure.com if you're in the US or Canada, or at your local dealer or preferred dealer anywhere in the world. And as for pricing goes, these guys are a steal. The 150C comes in at only $359. That's $10 more than the Amaran 200XS. The 300C comes in at $569, which is about 65% of the price of a Lightstorm 300X. The Light Dome Mini, oh, and we're not getting into the guys, yeah. So yeah.
And what do you get for this price? What's included in the kit?
Included in each of the kits, you get the light itself, the 150C or the 300C, a matching color hyper-reflector, the power supply that powers each of these guys, as well as an EPP carrying case. So there is a case that's similar in design to the one for the COB60D and COB60X paired with each light.
Brandon, thank you so much. It's been eye-opening. I'm really excited about those lights. We're going to stay here on the floor and bring you more interviews and news from NAB 2023. Stay tuned.